What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Pillow Boo. And of course, I got my girl,
Tiff Sugar,
here with me tonight. And you watching Chat That Live on IntellectualRadio.com, baby. So you know what you got to do. You got to go to YouTube and hit subscribe. You got to go to Facebook and hit subscribe. And you got to go to Instagram and hit subscribe, baby. It's all free. And tonight we got the hottest show for you ever. First of all, we're going to talk about how the Missouri police shot that pregnant woman 5 times and how the 10-year-old girl killed her neighbor for fighting her friend and screamed she shouldn't have hit my mama. Y'all, and we're going to talk about how Trump and them went to that National Rifle Association's annual rally a couple days after the mass shooting. But it's going to get real juicy tonight. So y'all make sure y'all tuning in on YouTube Live, IntellectualRadio.com, and on all social medias right now on Chat That. We'll be right back after this.
Hey, Pillow Boo, what up, baby? J out, what up? Better understand me, they better understand me. You got something to say, then let me know. It's about to go down on the radio. You got something to say, then let me know. I'm trying to chit chat on the radio. Chat that on radio. Chat that radio. Chat that radio. If you got something to say, then let me know. Chat that radio. Chat that on radio. You got something to say, then let me know. It's about to go live on the radio. But at night when it goes down, 10 to 12.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Y'all already know it's your girl, Pillow Boo. And I got my girl,
Tiff Sugar,
here with me tonight on Chat That on IntellectualRadio.com. So wherever you at in the world, turn us on in your ears right now, y'all.
Right now.
First of all, let's talk about Leona Hale. Leona Hale, 26, pregnant, and wanted for a carjacking alongside with her boyfriend, was shot 5 times by the Missouri Police Department. Now, the backstory.
Right. Let's get it together.
They say her and her boyfriend was in the parking lot of the Family Dollar in Missouri, where they was at the Family Dollar in Missouri, where they was parked, and in the car, the police realized that the car was from an earlier carjacking from that day, and they swarmed in on her. The boyfriend jumped out of the car and jumped the fence, and 3 police officers went running after him. As the police were running after him, the rest of the police officers asked Leona to get out of the car. When she got out of the car, they asked her to raise her hands up and get on the ground.
Still can't hear you.
They asked her to raise her hands up and get on the ground. After asking her, I know why.
It's the thing.
Bottom is, yeah. After asking her to get on the ground, she told them once or twice that she can't get on the ground because she is pregnant and that her body won't allow her to get on the ground. Well, as the police decided to walk up to her, Leona tried to run away, and they shot her 5 times and then handcuffed her while she was on the ground bleeding.
Did she die?
No, she is in she did suffer serious injuries, but she did not die, and they were a part of the carjacking. Now, Missouri police first said that she was not pregnant, and they didn't know if she was pregnant. That's just what she was telling them. So they wasn't taking the blame for shooting her. They wasn't taking fault or any type of accountability for saying, like, maybe they were wrong for shooting her. They basically said she did the carjacking. We told her to get on the ground. She didn't get on the ground. This is what happened. When you move your feet, you lose your seat.
And that's not, I don't think that's protocol all the way.
That's definitely not, especially since she said she was pregnant.
I mean,
can somebody walk up
you
to
supposed
her?
to still shoot, even if you're not pregnant? Is that how you supposed to? Is that how you supposed to handle that?
I believe not.
But
that's what they said they did. A lady.
We got different rules though.
It was. People standing out there in the parking lot. The lady who was in the exact car next to Leona, shot a video, and she was screaming to them, telling them that the girl was pregnant. The girl was pregnant. She got everything on camera, and she said they shot her. They had no reason. She did try to run away, but she's pregnant. Where's she gonna go? Y'all could go and catch her. She was pregnant. Where was she gonna go? She did not have a gun, and her arms were in the air when
right,
they
and
shot
that's
her.
the thing that
her arms were in the
her
air.
hands was up and they shot her.
She did not have a gun because at first the Missouri Police Department, multiple officers shot her, which is why she was shot 5 times. They all took fire once she took 3 steps, so they took fire.
Oh, that's protocol
in Missouri.
Maybe, different states. I was told.
My sister said.
I was told
I
that
hope
police
they don't never tell me to get down because all my body moving voluntarily. my sister a BBW. Don't mind her.
You know what? I mean, like, I've heard officers say, I might be wrong, because if there's any police officers or anybody in law enforcement that's watching, y'all feel free to correct me. But it's something about, like, after they take so many shots, they have to finish it or something like that. That's how
I don't know, but we would like to know that after they take. I mean, any
like
shooter gonna tell you that after you go past 6 shots, your finger just get the trigger in anyway.
But that's what that's what I'm thinking. Is it that or
no? Because not one person shot her 5 times. Multiple officers shot her.
I know. I'm just trying to understand all sides of the whole. Because at the end of the day, she was doing something wrong.
She was doing something wrong.
And that makes you really be like, okay, let's make sure before we go too crazy. But even though she was doing something
wrong, even though she did something wrong, which is the reason, which is the reason why the police pulled her over or was even talking to her. Correct. But her hands are in the air.
Right.
She doesn't have a weapon. And she's pregnant. So even if she did try to run, y'all gonna catch her. Y'all trained. Y'all take training classes to chase people. Y'all supposed to be in shape. Y'all ain't supposed to be eating donuts every day, all day on the break.
I asked some officers. I thought that was part of their
job. To go get donuts.
No, to stay in shape. I feel like, because if you are, heavier, it's gonna be harder for you to run fast as some of these guys, what I'm saying?
But if you notice, most of the people that are doing the shooting are in shape.
But this is what I'm saying. I remember over there where I live, there was across from me, it was like an abandoned house, so you can like see the alley real good because it's like an open area. Right. So they're selling drugs back there, of course, all day long.
Right.
So the police call themselves setting up a little thing, and I was doing nails out my front room, so I'm a nosy old lady. I'm sitting out my window looking. So they had the little thing set up. Officer, she nice size, like she chunky, thick, big booty, all this. You could like really see her shape all the way past the alley.
Mm-hmm.
And so they set the dude up. They finna chase him. The officer that was with her, he bogus because he faked her out. Actually, he acted like he was gonna run with her and he didn't. And she ended up running after the boy. She couldn't chase him.
She couldn't keep up
because she had all
this.
They
out here running and playing all day.
But I'm
day.
saying she had a gun and all this stuff around her waist, and she thicker than 2 Snickers. And I'm not saying she looked bad, but I know she can't run fast with all that. And I was like, I hollered out
stuff on.
Yeah, I hollered out the window. I told he know where it was coming from, but I don't care. I was like, you bogus officer for making her do that. You were supposed to help chase her. Like I was hollering and screaming out the window. But I'm just saying that to say, you would think that officers supposed to follow some type of health thing where you got to stay a certain time, you got to be in shape because of this, but now they don't have to chase. So, but that's here. I don't know what it is in different states.
Somebody commented on your live. They said they're supposed to do what's needed to stop the threat. Their training is different, unfortunately. Well, I do understand what you're saying, but a pregnant woman with her hands in the air, no weapon, and her boyfriend already fled the scene, how much of a threat can she be? Now, she might be crazy and probably do got the paws to put on the nigga.
Or she probably got a gun on her.
They asked that. They didn't find her. She did tell them that the gun was in the car, which is why she kept her hands in the air. She screamed at them and told them that they left the gun in the car. When they got to the car, they didn't find the gun in the car after they shot her.
So they just shot this girl for no reason.
The boyfriend had already took the gun and threw it in the parking lot when he ran, which is why he got out the car and ran. She didn't know, or the police didn't know. So now y'all done shot this lady.
Y'all done shot this girl for no reason.
Pregnant. Y'all done probably injured her baby and everything. I'm waiting. Updates for that to be next week. But let's move on to the next subject and talk about this mom and daughter, because I see a lot of this all the time. When my baby gonna go out there and whoop them. I wish she would come running in here. My baby gonna woo woo. 10-year-old girl. We can't disclose her name because she is a minor. But
it's in Florida, right?
And this is in Florida.
Yeah.
10-year-old girl. Okay. Lucretia and LaShawn is out there fighting. Right? Lucretia walks up to LaShawn and her husband and tell them woody woody woo. She got problems from the other day on Memorial's Day, and she drunk and she want to fight. Lucretia and Sean gets into a fight.
This the grown-ups.
These are the grown-ups.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
I can't disclose of the minor name. I know. It's illegal to say the minor name because she is a minor. So Lucretia is the mom of the 10-year-old and LaShawn is the neighbor. Lucretia and LaShawn got into a fight. When Lucretia and LaShawn get into a fight, LaShawn starts to get the best of Lucretia. Lucretia then hands her 10-year-old daughter a bag. Inside of the bag is a handgun.
Wait, are you serious?
Yes. Going. Inside of the bag is the handgun. When she gives it to her daughter then proceeds to take the gun out of the bag and shoot LaShawn, their 41-year-old neighbor, 2 times, killing this lady.
So her daughter,
10 years old. After she shot and killed this lady, she said she shouldn't have hit my mama.
This is what I'm saying. So because you getting your butt beat, you send your 10-year-old off to shoot somebody?
You people are sick.
You send your 10-year-old off because you
people are sick.
Got your, I can't say it. Ooh.
But you can't fight. You ain't got the pause. But this is what's happening to the world today. A lot of people are scared of being embarrassed and getting beat up and getting hit. And they got all this mouth.
He say, hey, that 10-year-old adult charges.
Well,
that's the South.
Because they are in the state of Florida, they sent the child to DCFS custody, and the mom will face manslaughter charges with culpable.
You said the mama gone too.
Yeah, no, the mom is gonna face manslaughter charges. They're not gonna charge the daughter. It's by culpable. Hold on. It's by. She was charged with manslaughter by.
That they gonna make that
negligence.
So they're not gonna give that little baby nothing.
Girl was placed
juvie. She don't get juvie.
She was sent into a DCFS family services.
But she ain't gonna go to juvie.
No, the mom is taking the charges.
She should go to juvie too.
The mom is taking the charges, but you got to see where they at in the state they in, what their charges is, what their laws.
Only reason why I say that
because she now, if she was in Chicago, of course they sent her to juvie for her 17th birthday. She going to the county. They gonna ship her off to the ex-house. But every state has their own rules, has their own laws.
True.
And that state, the parents are responsible for what their minors do.
Which is a good thing too, but you still.
And not only that, she's being charged with culpable negligence, which means she influenced the child to commit this crime.
Because she did.
Which is not the child's crime. She was wrong for giving her the gun. Hey, Sharmika. Sharmika lives in Florida as well. What's up, girl? Thanks for tuning in. She definitely was wrong. She's sick. She is very, very sick for this. And this is the reason why the mom will take the charges, because the girl is 10. She's not big enough or has the maturity to make decisions on her own. I'm sure her and her mom talked about this before. If you see me out there in the scuffle, baby,
and that's what I'm saying. See, this is what
this is the stuff that y'all teach y'all kids.
Exactly. This is what I'm scared of, because if somebody actually is doing it, she's not by herself. It's a lot of people that share that same type of mentality. And if you do, when you on this live or skip through or pass through, I'm gonna tell you, you stupid.
You're very dumb.
You're very stupid.
If y'all would rather y'all kids ruin their future, because 9 times out of 10 y'all only want y'all kids to ruin their future.
I bet you she got her license gas in her daughter's name.
She looked like
one of them type of mamas.
She one of them type of mamas. And also the little girl had the audacity to tell the other family.
That's what
They had the audacity to tell the other family, not only she shouldn't have hit my mama, but next time get y'all people.
Exactly. See what I'm saying?
So the little girl had a lot of mouth ass walking
that's
away
why
with
I
her
said
mama.
she need to get like 6 months or something.
She should, but I do believe that they're gonna hold her. She's not allowed to go with a family member. She has to go to the DCFS
I wouldn't
custody
I ain't
people.
Gonna say it like
they probably
that.
not
Who
gonna
don't
release
really
her from.
wanna-
I'm sure
Who
that
in the
that list
well,
is gonna be very, very long before
Can
they
you
gonna let her
imagine
get
being
on
the
list.
auntie of that child and you got to keep her? I'm just being honest.
She said they probably do using their child credit. You
Yes.
ain't lying. Them type of mamas do be
Yes.
using their child, because why would you, first of all, give your 10-year-old a gun? Second of all, why do you have your 10-year-old outside while you're intoxicated fighting the neighbors?
And it's parents. I'm saying it's parents.
But it's
that
parents
do that.
like that go and get their kids when they finna fight, so they gonna all fight together.
Yeah, and yeah.
That,
and them the ones
sad.
that come up to the schools.
Sad is the exact
with trying to fight the teachers
and trying to fight the other kids
and trying to fight other kids.
Yes, and
you
it's
know
very
what I'm saying.
Sad. And it's very sad because LaShawn lost her life. Her only daughter no longer has a mom, right? Lucretia lost her only daughter, and she going to jail, so she lost her life too.
Mm-hmm.
2 daughters lost their mamas over one stupidity fight on Memorial Day, and it's very sad.
Well, I bet you it was over a man.
They didn't never say what the conversation, but apparently LaShawn and Lucretia have been getting into it, and they got into it before Memorial Day. And the story is when Lucretia seen LaShawn and her husband outside barbecuing, she walked over there and approached them about whatever happened the other day. And they got the fight, but I could bet it was probably about a man.
We need to do better.
Do way better.
We need to do better.
Do way better.
And it seemed like women are starting to me be more involved in shenanigans than men are. I know that you all are seeing a lot of shootings and stuff like that. A lot of this stuff is not random. A lot of this is women nowadays wanting to have
be in the life.
Yeah, doing all the team
life.
Too much in the street. Go sit down somewhere.
In the street life. Go raise your kids.
You got a drug dealer boyfriend. You want to help him sell the drugs. Why? Why you got the help?
That's true. Why? What the TikTok say? Every time I done ride and died, I died.
Right.
Every time I ride, I died.
How many times you gonna roll and die? You gonna roll and die? Roll and die?
I done rode and died. I ain't no ride or die no more. Cause
back in the day, you date the drug dealer and you tell him, you better keep that away from me. Don't bring that over my house. I don't want to know nothing about
9 days, baby. You can put it in the closet.
Exactly.
Let me hold the
Let me hold it. Give me the 8-ball. I know where to stuff it for the police. Let me stop. Okay. I'm just saying.
They do. And it's sick.
Crazy.
And it's sick because now a 10-year-old has unfortunately lost her life, and she is going to be in the system for a long time. She's not going to see her mom. I'm pretty sure
pray
they're
for
gonna
that
give
girl.
her
I
mama
hope
a
that
long time.
she finds a family that can deal with her.
Even before family, because
I'm talking about somebody. Family don't mean relatives.
No, not even her relatives. I'm saying even before they can place her with somebody,
she needs some help.
She needs to go to therapy because whatever her mother has taught her needs to be unlearned.
But she 11.
No, she's only 10. So it's not hard to train her brain to do something else.
Okay.
We still got time at 10. We can train her brain to think a better way. Because it's some adults that their brain can be programmed to think a better way.
Oh, well, everybody.
It's just that whatever her mama taught her,
change.
she acted out on it, which is why I think her mama is going to take majority
of
it.
And
she should, because she is a 10-year-old and you shouldn't have had your baby out there in the first place.
What are you doing? You want your kids to be better than you.
They losing their mind. Meanwhile, in Chicago, 51 shot, 9 dead over the Memorial Day weekend, and it's sickening. This is the worst weekend we've had for Memorial's Day in the last 5 years, and it's sickening. On top of that, a lady was shot in the head 2 times on 51st and Prairie. 3 minutes after, a man was robbed for his bag and shot 2 times in the thigh, and he said his assailants drove off in a car. I don't know no real details about it because they ain't giving out much. But they said that the lady was shot 2 times in the head. She crashed and hit another car, and then she ended up in the parking spot. Right?
That's what I'm saying. Like that kind of sounds a lot like fused together almost.
That sound like they robbed the man around the corner. He called his homie them. They in this car and they didn't get far fast.
Yeah, a lot of people are robbing folks, and that's my theory. I was just telling my dad. I was telling folks earlier. I really think what's happening. You got a lot of people that had that PPP money done ran out. all of this money that y'all was
That
scamming,
tax money gone.
your tax money
they don't know how to
gone,
work.
and it was already running out. It's been running out, like, and now everybody's panicking, and there's too many people on top of the people that already had guns. Because who cares about conceal and carry? At the end of the day, everybody in Chicago knows how to get a gun, almost, even children. Okay, let's
Actually,
be clear.
to be honest, the
So,
children's the ones
it's the
selling
ones
them
selling
these
them.
days.
Exactly. But you got all of that going on, and people are just straight up robbing people. But it's like you robbing people that see you or can recognize you or you know what I'm saying?
Can bump into you later.
We're all in the same neighborhood.
And
like,
then
you kidding
y'all
me?
be robbing people that, like she said, that know you. Y'all so local.
Y'all
so local. You ain't got no car to get away for real. You're on your feet. So we gonna see you again because you're gonna be walking again. Like, it's so stupid. Get a job.
That's the
save
problem.
your own life and
That's
get
the
a job.
problem. Yeah.
They was doing that before. Loans just wasn't talked about as much. No. It's true. This was happening before loans. But before the loans, it was not this extensive as it is now.
Yeah.
Now, after the PPPs is gone, everybody getting robbed. These little kids is taking cars left and right. Every time you wake up, it's 5 cars
and they're
off
doing
your
it
block
for somebody most of the time. If you got a 12-year-old carjacking, I don't think.
No. These kids are carjacking because it's a game. I told y'all.
Yeah, that's
on
the
one
game.
Of them
The
shows.
game. Yeah,
it's
we
one
were
of
talking
them little
about
school
that.
games that they got trending. So
yes.
you have to get the car and go live and see how long you stay in before you crash or the police catch you. It's
like
a dumb
life is
trend.
A game.
Their entire lives are games. They're walking around looking like aliens, and it's sick. So many people died.
And
over
everybody,
the weekend. It's sick.
And everybody's off of X too. I've been noticing that a lot of the people that's going through this shooting people, they getting high, they getting weed, they getting ecstasy, and they robbing people. And that's like the trend now. So I think when you got that, then you got people that got their concealed and carries who they might be robbing, right? You know, regular people like myself, like Portia, like, you know. And guess what's gonna happen? Now we got Wild Wild West. That's what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Because it ain't sweet like it used to be, where people really ain't riding around with their guns. You got the criminals got guns, and you got regular folks got guns.
Zans make them forget.
Is it the Zans?
It's the Zans.
Yeah, I know
I definitely, because the ecstasy don't do that. We used to do them back in the day.
The ecstasy
but no, it ain't the ecstasy. It's these new drugs. They on them Percocets mixed
Molly
with the Zans.
and the Percocet.
They on them
Future
Zans and them
drugs.
Percocets. Y'all thought them crack babies was some. Wait till these babies come out.
This new baby.
What's up, Debo? But yes, of course, y'all need to be careful out here. Because for one, let me tell y'all how disrespectful y'all is. Whoever pulled that gun out on that news reporter while they was live doing the news, y'all bogus.
Y'all
Chicago
really making us look bad.
Chicago
they already feel a way
that
about
gun
us
out while that
when
lady
you go out
was
of town.
live
And everybody
on the
knows
news.
this. Yeah, that's jacked up. You can't even report the news without somebody being stupid.
And they think it's a joke and it's funny, but it's not. Because trust me, they gonna analyze your face through that mask. But that's one clip.
That's exactly why, like I said, when you go out of town, everybody always be like, "Oh, you from Chicago? Don't shoot." They want to make all these jokes and stuff. That's because what's wrong with us? What's wrong with us, y'all?
Debo said that was a remote control.
What was a remote control?
I don't think that was no remote control, Debo. I seen that clip a few times and definitely looked it like a gun. They definitely arrested that sir.
Man, please.
I'm not sure if that was a remote control because my sources say he got locked up for that prank. He should have kept his remote control.
And it ain't even if it was a remote, that ain't even
play
funny.
Like that?
Because 60 people got shot.
Killed. But why even play like that when them kids got killed for playing with the red beam? And they had toy guns. Why even play like that when they killed the Laquan McDonald for having a knife?
You know, my son told me, him and my dad had a discussion about this, and I almost had my dad like heart going, like he was so upset because my son was like, what do you expect for people to do as far as having big guns? Because my dad said, if you have a gun with an extended clip, you need to get extended jail time.
Right.
And Donovan was like, no, that's not fair. I was like, yeah. He was like, well, you don't understand. You could be going around here in this in the hood, and these people is riding around here with big guns all day long. And what you think we supposed to do, or the other people that's supposed to do, is just have a Glock when these people is riding around. We like, why are you worried about what other people? He was like, it's just the way the neighborhood is. He was like, I'm not being funny. He was like, Chicago is bad like that. Y'all don't understand. He telling me about how just walking to school could be,
It can.
you know what I'm saying? So now you have people that feel like I gotta get a bigger gun than the next person so they can have a bigger gun.
But having a big gun doesn't mean anything.
And that's what I told him.
Especially if you can't shoot.
Especially if somebody got the ups on you.
Having a big gun doesn't mean
you can
anything.
get killed with a 22.
You definitely can.
If somebody got the ups on you, what are we doing?
Can.
You supposed to have them big guns to like for your house. For somebody breaking it. No, not them type of guns because they let off too much
that's what I'm trying
ammunition.
To do. You're
not gonna be able to eat
somebody to smithereens.
Whoa, that's for human flesh.
No,
that ain't for like animals. That's for when you like a Dondada and you got a big mansion and
the problem
you wanna romp with me. No,
right. No, but for real, y'all, for real. If y'all gonna be out here getting guns, at least do research on them. Don't just be out here just having guns because the next man got a gun and you feel like you need a gun. Do some research on it. Do you know how to clean your gun? Do you know guns get jammed because they get dirty? Do you know they get rusty? Do you know how to take it down and put it back together in less than 3 minutes?
And there's so many people doing conceal and carry classes that ain't teaching nothing. You could just pay them some money and they'll give it to you. And that's how come some of these people are not
that is true.
Don't know what they doing with their guns. They kids finding their guns. They doing all kind of stuff.
They don't know how to lock them up.
The two teenagers killed themselves in the bathroom. You see, accidentally. You got a whole street sweeper thing on your gun. And why?
You and him making videos.
What are you doing? So why you ain't got that put up somewhere locked away?
You know why? Because
what
kids don't listen to Lil Wayne when he say he got a trigger like a hairpin. They don't know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know that mean if you blow
he
on
said
it.
That 22 is the traveler. Yeah, it will.
It's the pocket rocket.
Yes, it'll go through your body and get you later.
These kids under the influence of music and drugs and a deadly combination for sure.
And lack of parents.
Lack of education, lack of knowledge. They ignorant for sure. They're very ignorant. They don't know anything. They don't have mother wit. They swear that they know everything and they don't know anything. They still stuck in the baby genius zone. Remember in the Baby Genius movie? Where the kids, they supposed to know the key to the world. But once they grow up, they forget it. These kids, they think they know the key to the world, but they already grown up and they already forgot it. So they keep messing up the system.
Girl, that's what
it's just horrible. It's just completely horrible.
It's bad. My dad was so upset. I had to take him to the bus station late because his heart was palpitating and stuff. He just couldn't believe my son was saying all of this because, and my dad was like, but all of these people with these guns and y'all shooting at each other because you think somebody else got a bigger gun. Then what always hits? PJs get hit. Little kids get hit. And grandparents get hit.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? While y'all playing cops and robbers and Wild West, don't know what y'all doing. Y'all shooting innocent people. And I agree with my dad. I say it like this. If you get into some type of stuff like that and you end up shooting, killing somebody with it, you should get an additional
time because
10 years per bullet or something like that. Yeah.
Just give them life. Debo said these are the kids of the babies who had babies, the 11 to 13-year-olds who had babies back in the day. They're more than you imagine. That is true because majority of these kids come from parents who still growing up. Majority of these kids' parents are growing with them. Mm-hmm. Majority of these kids' parents weren't even parents.
Most definitely.
They gave their kids to grandparents, to their parents or their grandparents. So majority of these kids haven't even been raised. They're just outside running wild, thinking they know what to do with life because Lil Durk and Lil Baby and Moneybagg Yo said go get a bag and Young Boy said he rich and ain't never been to school, so he ain't gotta graduate and
then you see all of these like TikTok people that came up, social media stuff, influencers. So that's another thing that a lot of kids are like, oh,
that part.
I could just do this. And you ain't even, everything takes work.
Yes.
Nothing. I don't care if you in the drug game. I don't care if you trying to be a stripper. I don't care if you doing social media. Guess what? You got to put the work in it. or it ain't nothing. It's not gonna flourish. I don't care how good you look, how talented you are. You have to put the work in. But these kids don't want to put in no work.
They
They
lazy.
popcorn microwave.
Everything is smart. Think about it.
But they don't.
They don't have to fry chicken no more. They came out with the air fryer, so they don't even need flour no more. Need to know how to season because they put it in the air fryer. They got these smartphones and
but
these
then
dumb
can't
kids.
figure
they
out
got
nothing.
These smart TVs and these dumb kids.
Yes.
Why would I need to know what 5 + 5 is if photo math is on my phone and I could take a picture of what you wrote down and boom, there go down.
Yep.
I don't need to know.
Everybody should be an A student at this point.
From the United States because I can ask Siri and Siri gonna tell me right now.
But so these kids don't even do that.
They're lazy learners.
They don't even do that.
Lazy educators. All the educators want to teach from home instead of getting in the classroom and sitting down with Willie, Bob, and Sarah and asking Sarah how come she don't understand.
You know what I told you a long time ago on that subject, that I promise you, I bet you in the future they're gonna try to do away with teaching in person. Period. These teachers gonna be like, no.
They don't want to go to school because they keep shooting the schools up.
Y'all already got these bad kids that don't act right, and I got to fight the parents and do workouts and get myself ready for 4th and 5th graders. Now y'all got kids that's gonna come to school and I got the duck and dodge.
They definitely
bullets.
Scared, Debo. The teachers are definitely scared. But I mean, look at what's
they
going on.
They gonna be avatars on your table. That's what they gonna do. They gonna make the teacher be the avatar on your table.
The mask, that part, because they did have movies like that, and everything that they make out of a movie for the future is definitely coming to life. So it is gonna be a little avatar on the table where if y'all get to shooting up these schools, it's only gonna be these kids up in there getting shot. But then you got to think about it. Teachers should be afraid because you got people like Peyton and Salvador coming to the schools and shooting them up. It was 30 school shootings this year, and we only at half the year. We just got the half the year today.
And tell them what Trump did. Go ahead.
And then a few days, y'all, after the mass shootings, 11 days after the first one and 1 day after the second one, Trump had let me get this
right.
The
NRA had a meeting.
The NRA didn't have a meeting. They had a National Rifle Association annual convention.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, that thing.
They had an annual convention days after the mass shooting. Protesters were out there. Mothers and parents and fathers, grandparents, aunties, uncles, family members.
That just lost their children.
Who had lost their kids in the mass shooting the day before had drove 4 hours to this convention to ask them to change the gun laws in that area. Trump got on stage and y'all know what he said.
What'd he say?
Y'all know what Big Dog said.
What big Orange Cheeto say?
Big Dog said he ain't changing no gun laws. Y'all need to do a mental screening on these little kids, and y'all need to get better security inside of these schools. Because one thing he not doing is changing no gun laws, and that's on y'all. Y'all need to figure that out.
Your fault insurance is what he said.
Y'all should have had better security in these schools, is what Trump said. But you know that's who y'all voted for, so that's your man's.
He ain't in it. But they voted for him.
He did go on to say, let me see, because I wrote it down verbatim.
Oh, Trump, boy, I swear.
Trump said, the existence of evil in our world is not a reason to disarm law-abiding citizens. The existence of evil is one of the very best reasons to arm all of law-abiding citizens. It's never been about the guns.
Oh.
He said it's not about the guns. He said y'all need to do a mental check on y'all kids at the crib. That's what Trump said. And I'm saying it like this because the way he said it, black people not going to understand it. So let me say it in black people term again. Don't be sending your little bad little mental ill kids up there to go get no gun. And you know the school ain't got no security.
But okay. Who sent what's his name?
Peyton and Salvador?
No, forget Salvador right now.
Okay.
Let's just pause Salvador. Even though he wasn't in school, he 18. But we gonna skip that whole scenario.
Peyton was at the supermarket.
So what you supposed to do then?
They were supposed to check his mental capacity.
At the supermarket, Trump, we got to check the mental capacity at the store. I'm trying to understand. Just like now, we'll skip Peyton and let's go back to old Salvador. Let's go back to El Salvador, man. Crazy. Okay. He 18. That's school.
They said they definitely need better security because nobody checked my ID going to see Shawnee's daughter, but they checked his. Wow.
Now that's okay. I get all of that as far as that. But were you ever?
Shawnee is here. He said that a lot of parents wanted the police officers out of the school as well, which is true.
Yeah, which
But
is true.
but okay, so go ahead with what you
But
was
what
gonna
I'm
say.
saying is, at the schools, were you able to just walk straight in? It's like some of this stuff can be simple, like we were talking about earlier. Joe Clark,
Right.
lock the door.
Lock the doors.
I'm saying, forget the IDs.
Lock the doors.
Let's simple.
Lock the doors.
Lock the door.
Well,
Why
at my
y'all?
kids' school, even to 8th grade, you have to you have to come and pick your child up, and
I ain't none of my
and let
schools
them
I can
get out of
walk straight
school.
in.
Right.
None of my kids' schools I can walk straight in. But my problem is, old Salvador wasn't even a student of the school. See, let's just stop this whole bull crap, because he wasn't bullied. It didn't have nothing to do with no bullying. The boy, I'll be trying not to cuss. He was 18, meaning he been out of elementary school. Hello? He been out of elementary school. The school went up to 4th or 5th grade. This had
What's up,
nothing
Cuzzo?
to do with no bullying. And then I found out he was the one doing the bullying when he was
a
there.
lot of kids did get on the news, and they said that they wanted the world to know that Salvador was never bullied. He never did any bullying. He never was bullied by anyone. He did all of the bullying to the other kids when he was in school, because people who did go to school with him got on the news and talked about him and said that he was always a weird kid. He was always
is what I'm-
one to
okay.
be mean to others and treat people badly.
And still, even if he was on that, you waited. You ain't even the same kids. That's a whole nother 4-5 years of students that you done missed to kill if you was on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That don't have nothing to do
to
with
test
that.
Trump's theory.
You cannot test mental capacity. If somebody decided today to go to O'Hare Airport and shoot up everybody in there as soon as they walk through, it's hard to get guns in there.
No, not really.
Not really though.
Because if I'm pulling up to get out of the car and go inside the airport, there's no security right there.
This is what I'm
I can
saying.
easily walk inside
What
of the
about the
airport
malls?
with the gun and start shooting.
You can't forget the schools.
So,
what about everywhere else?
But to test Trump's theory, Linda Windsor, love her, nice white lady. If you see this chat, that girl, what's up? She said if Trump wanted security to be so tight, let's see how tight his security is, right? No one is allowed inside of this forum where he did this speech for the NRA rally or whatever. No one was allowed inside unless you had bought a ticket. They did a screening of who you are and what you came for, and if you were in a reserve seat or why, yada, yada, yada. Well, Lauren, she decided to sneak in through the side door with her little gun in her purse and her hat on and sat in the reserve seat, took a picture, and let them know on Twitter, security ain't tight in here. So if they can't even protect Trump, how can we trust them to protect our kids in school? The FBI called her and Secret Service want to have a meeting with her next week. She gonna let us know what happened next week about her sneaking inside of there. But she was already in there. She could have had done what she had came to do.
It's not hard. Some of this stuff can be some simple fixes on certain ends. But for you to say, and I'm gonna say this to Trump, for you to say it's all about checking somebody's mental capacity, baby. People crazy, and you ain't gonna never know it. How you gonna check everywhere? What you gonna do? Well, how is that possible?
I believe he was saying for the guns that maybe they should do mental capacity.
He said he ain't changing
No
nothing.
laws. No, he not changing no laws.
So how is that?
He not changing the age.
If what you doing now ain't working.
And he also said that he was about to go buy more ammunition.
Exactly.
That day.
They feel like that we're supposed to train our children, which I ain't against training kids about gun safety and all of that. But they feel like fight fire with fire, actually. A lot of those, folks that think like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They think, well, just train the kids so we can have more mindset of shooting, because I don't care what nobody says. And they even tell you this when you take conceal and carry classes. Once you get a gun and once you got your conceal and carry, you are more likely to end up in some type of altercation involving your gun. Now, and I don't know what that means. Like everybody just grow nuts or something once you get one. I've carried and all of that. Some people get scary. Some people go overboard. But now you're going to trust this with a child that's impressionable, that's already going through hormonal changes and growing up and finding themselves. So you're going to be like, now you need to take your gun to school and make sure don't nobody shoot you. Are you serious? now you creating more of a problem. Yes,
they're making us insurgents.
Yes, and the parents do need to step in. Yes, parents, it's a big problem right now as far as what's going on with these kids, period.
What's going on in these schools, period.
Yes.
Because you can have a PTA meeting and no parents even show up except for 3 moms all school year. So, and then they mad because they didn't know that the school was going to close the doors at 1 o'clock every day and put it on lockdown till school was over. Now they want to know why they can't come get their kids early because you're not involved. These parents need to be more involved. Yeah. So one of the viewers said that parents need to have a day because most of the teachers and deans are 30 and 40 years old. Obvious solutions for this problem is having parents join a 1 hour of volunteering, being parents on duty. And I agree, definitely. If parents can get outside these schools, one man, after the school shooting was done in Texas, one man went and stood in front of his daughter's school all day. One of the other parents called the school and asked them why was that man standing there. And they told her that the man told them he wasn't leaving till his baby came out that school every day. He was going to make sure nobody walked in that school to harm his baby.
Wow.
And he stood
Can you
there
imagine the PTSD
that kids are going to have?
Kids, parents, teachers, all of that. Like that whole mental thing is out of control because what they say, safe school zone.
They say Trump needs to be evaluated, and I definitely agree.
Trump been needing to be evaluated. Like, come on, but it's a lot of people that think like him. It's not just him.
They said if we put moms and dads on duty, the chances of foolishness is greatly diminished.
That's how it used to be back in the day.
Agree.
We had more parents and stuff. But then you have some parents that just simply can't. You know, inflation is real. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't just stop what they doing to sit up at the school all day. This is why a lot of parents that are able to do that, they started back homeschooling. Because they safer at the house. I could just put this on here. We could do this together and get through it together if they have that. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Some parents can't do that. I know a few parents that work 2 and 3 jobs. I ain't even end up with extra children in my house because parents work 2 and 3 jobs. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So everybody just don't have that type of luxury to do that. And that's why they not going to these parent-teacher conference, some of them. You got some that's just bogus, though. Now let's not forget about the bogus folk. Mm-hmm. But you got some parents that are actually just can't do it. That's all.
Yes, definitely. Moving along, y'all keep them guns put up. Y'all help these kids and definitely help these teachers and these schools out with volunteering and getting up in these schools, get more involved to try to keep the school shootings down. Definitely, because
we don't need no more shootings.
My daughter go to a school where she be in there profiling. She like, I think it's a new school shooter today. And she be in there.
Look at how these kids gotta think.
She did one
because there was one that happened the other day. It didn't happen. But
yeah, they stopped it, right?
They stopped the boy. But I'm saying, like, this is crazy that these kids have to. How you gonna concentrate on your ACTs? How you gonna concentrate on the big finals when you got to worry about is the person with the hooded jacket on in front of me got an AK under his coat? Like, I mean, is anybody thinking
my daughter definitely said
about that? I didn't have to think about that in high school. Well, yeah, we had people that came to school. I ain't lying now. I went to Proviso East, okay, back in the day. They didn't even have metal detectors. And I remember seeing folks with guns, okay? But it wasn't the type of
it
fear.
Wasn't an AK-47.
And it wasn't.
And we knew who he was finna go shoot.
Exactly. Because, you know, I'm the type of person when the boy was loading his gun up, I was in choir. And he had the little flip thing up there. He loading his gun. I said, hey. I know
what you doing?
I said, hey, y'all. Hey, we friends, right? We still friends. We cool.
That's what my daughter said. She said, I be asking him, do he want some of my Snickers?
Right, you know, I told him, I was like, you cool,
no,
right?
She said that the boy told her that his dad takes him, he's a Hispanic mixed with white boy. He said his dad takes him hunting. He went shooting for 3 summers in a row. And that if he ever tell her to go to the bathroom, just go home.
Right. See, this is what, you see what I'm saying?
Debo hush. Debo said he had his gun at school. You went to Proviso.
I mean, we did look. But what's crazy
we were fighting different demons
what's crazy, the shootings that happened back in the day, the ones that I remember, were never in the school. It was always walking home. People had their guns if they brought them into school, but nobody actually shot in school. It's almost like a respect thing. I don't know.
But see, that's the problem. These kids have no respect for their elders. They don't respect adults. They don't respect innocent bystanders.
He said they took the ACTs away. It's optional.
No, it might be, because my daughter show ain't said nothing about none. It may be optional. But moving along, y'all make sure y'all put them guns up. Let's talk about how Will Smith and Chris Rock whole thing was staged. And I told y'all it was staged.
You sent me that
movie. I told you.
Well, why you sent me the movie, but why is it that they're taking all of his stuff from him then?
Because they want to go through with it. It was all an act. You think
how long they gonna go through? I mean, how much
what did they really take from him? They didn't take his money.
Productions that he has coming up.
But they didn't take
future money.
He already have money. He already has. As long as
I ain't worried about the Oscar, because they didn't give us Oscars anyway for a long time. Let's just be clear.
They keep talking about they're gonna take it from him. He's gonna keep getting paid.
Okay, well,
bad publicity is it is publicity.
No, you're right. I'm just saying.
And it was all staged, from the words, from the walk, from
I saw that.
From the wife sitting in the audience.
Yeah, that was from a movie, y'all.
Everything
that was actually from a movie.
A movie from the 70s. Y'all gotta go on my page and look it up. Y'all check out Portia's Pillow Boo Walker page, and y'all will see. And I also put it on the Chat That page. Y'all will see.
Yeah, it's interesting. Y'all go check that out. Go check that out. Will Smith did not
really slap Chris Rock, y'all. It was all fake.
I mean, the whole way Chris Rock turned.
It was a publicity stunt, and I kept telling everybody, like, that's not real. That can't be real.
Is him and Jada divorcing a publicity stunt?
Him and Jada been divorcing for years, though.
No, they were not.
They have been talking about divorce.
They were saying that they was never gonna get divorced.
No, when she did that Red Table Talk with her mama one time, she was saying that her and Will was on the breaks, and her mama and her daughter was on there crying and stuff. I ain't thinking about Jada and Will.
I was just wondering
even if they do get a divorce, they gonna forever be together.
They got kids, so what they gonna do?
I mean, I got kids with my baby daddy. I wish he would claim me.
No, not claim, but you know what I'm saying. They got kids. They got all of it.
The same baby.
But y'all wasn't married, right?
Not married or not, he better not say nothing.
You said no.
If somebody say, Portia, he better say who?
You stupid. That's how my oldest baby daddy do me like that. I don't know what I did to him. Hey, Red. He won't speak to me. My son, 27. He will not speak to me.
Y'all, they play too much. They need to give me some of this money, because I be knowing when they be freaking for real. But y'all, they say on July 4th, gas prices is going up to $7.
No, we not. No, they not.
They say on July 4th, gas can be as high as $7. I don't know what y'all gonna do. Get y'all divvy bikes and order them now. Get your baby a tricycle.
Oh my God.
Get you a wagon. Get you a hoverboard.
Yeah, I'm finna get me a bike. I'm gonna lose weight. I'm finna lose weight. I'm finna lose weight.
I'm telling them now, if they get in my car, you gonna be
I'm finna ride my bike from the west side to the south side.
You ain't got no choice. You ain't got no choice.
I'm finna lose weight.
Because we got the big old truck.
Look at them. All this finna be gone. I mean, it ain't bad, but it's, a bikini body. That's all I'm saying.
It's gonna sweat off the first ride.
If I got to put $7 of gas in my Jeep, I'm riding my bike from the west side to the south side. Do y'all hear me? So if y'all see me and I'm sweating and I'm about to die, if you ain't finna give me a ride, just keep it trucking, because
they gonna keep it trucking.
I might be a little late to y'all nail appointments because I'm on the bike. Okay, let me stop. But who finna put $7? I'm sorry. That just made me mad.
This is my other thing about the gas prices,
please,
y'all. I want to talk about that real quick.
Please,
I don't like the fact that in the better neighborhoods, in the suburban areas, or we would say the non-property areas of Chicago, gas is a lot cheaper. But in the areas where they know dang on well that
because we gonna spend it.
Not even that we gonna spend it, because clearly we have to, because this is our means of transportation, and this is what the gas is in our neighborhood. But why hold us in poverty? Because this is keeping us down. It's condemning us to have to either take a bike, ride a bike, take public transportation.
We need to do a protest.
Or use all of our money for gas prices. When I go to Bolingbrook, gas is $4.89 or $5.04. But when I get to the west side on Cosner, gas is $5.79, $5.89, $6.03.
Girl, did you?
Meanwhile, everybody on the west side and the south side of Chicago is living in low income Section 8 or the poverty area, or they're
Or it's
barely
a
making it.
yes.
We're barely making it if we're living in check to check.
We need to come
And-
together then, just like back in the 50s with the bus boycott. I mean, hey, gas don't got a race. I'm just saying, it ain't about
we
no race.
definitely need to
Come
talk
on,
about that
we
for
need
sure.
to come up with some type of protest, some type of boycott, some type of something. Because if we all stop buying gas for probably an hour, or probably a day,
We gotta not buy gas for a day.
for like a whole day, don't nobody buy no gas.
I mean, you gotta buy your gas the night before. But we're gonna talk about that next time on Chat That, y'all, for sure. Definitely, we gonna definitely get it together. We got a couple of tips on how women can protect themselves, y'all. Today I went out and bought me some gas. I mean some mace, but it's a gas on it, so I'm not sure what kind of spray it is.
Make sure it's legal.
But I bought it,
She
and
done bought some
apparently
tear gas.
apparently it's supposed to keep somebody up off
Gonna
of me.
keep a whole lot of stuff off you. She done bought some tear gas, y'all. She don't
It
know
was
what she done bought.
$7.
Where you buy it from? The man in the alley or somewhere?
I ain't
Where
gonna
you-
say it on live because it might not be legal.
Girl done bought some acid. She done bought acid off
Whatever
the
it
street.
is. When the man sold it to me, y'all know how they be out with. Baby girl, buy this. And if you buy it for I'm gonna give it to you for $6. He said,
How you know it's what it is? What if it's some
he
cologne?
said it's some gas. And if he spray it right now, it'll clear the block out. When he said that, the people standing by him said, man, don't you spray that stuff no more. So I knew it was real. I knew it was real.
You should ain't all come together on this script for you.
Cause he was only getting $5. I ain't had a whole $6.
Oh, well, it wasn't that much. So you probably good.
I ain't had a whole $6.
They
I
done
only had
sold you
$5. I
some
gave him the
acid on the street. Let me
I
stop.
don't care what they selling. If it's gonna keep somebody up off of me, y'all.
Yeah, because that mace don't be working when they be high off that stuff.
No, it don't. Cause some people been maced a lot of times and they use
The police be scared. That's why police shooting.
Also, they have tasers. Go on Amazon, y'all, and they have cell phone tasers, battery tasers, key charger tasers. They have different disguises for tasers.
Ain't tasers illegal though.
They sell them on Amazon,
But
y'all. They
I'm
sell
just
them on
saying.
Amazon. Just order you
I'm
one.
gonna get one
Don't
anyway.
be
I don't
listening
care.
to Tiffany about all this illegal
I'm just telling
stuff.
you, I don't care.
Don't think about the illegal part when you protect.
Well, you gotta think about it so you know if you gotta hide it or not when the popo come. We gotta know what to hide.
I'm gonna tell
Okay,
y'all. I'm gonna
but
tell
just hide it
y'all.
all.
I'm gonna
Hide
tell
me.
y'all what to say
Period.
when I get pulled over with my stuff. I'm a single black mom and I'm so little.
Yeah, well, you know, that's the good thing about being a woman. We can always
We're
do the
women. We need
damsel
this
in
type of
distress.
stuff. Also, women, take a kickboxing class, take a self-defense class. We're
Shawnee
looking up
Carter.
ways now to come up
brother.
with a small fee for a self-defense class.
Yep.
We will be offering this soon. And another thing, if you have to, I have a little bat in my car. If you got concealed to carry a gun. And also tell a friend, tell a foe, tell somebody where you going anytime you go somewhere because
Yes.
it's dangerous out here, especially at nighttime, people. This is Chat That on IntellectualRadio.com. Y'all make sure y'all check us out every week on Wednesday at 9 o'clock. We're going to be here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. Y'all got me on all social medias. Just type in Pillow Boo. And then y'all know where y'all can find your girl Tiff at because she's still hiring for estheticians, hairstylists,
Yes, and I'm
nail
dropping
techs,
a
everything.
Groupon, y'all. I'm dropping a Groupon.
Going crazy.
So
And last but not least, y'all, I got that Gold Diggers merch on. So y'all make sure y'all get them crop tops, them sweatsuits, and them varsity jackets. And I got me in short sets that's real banging and come with the little chain thing on the thing. Yeah. Y'all holler at your girl about all that. Check out Gold Diggers on Instagram and Facebook. But until then, y'all know what y'all can do. Peace.
Hey, Pillow Boo, what up, baby? J out, what up? Better understand me, they better understand me. You got something to say, then let me know. It's about to go down on the radio. You got something to say, then let me know. I'm trying to chit chat on the radio. Chat that on radio. Chat that radio. Chat that.